Good evening and happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm going to be reviewing my trade from today, June 2nd. Um, so in my previous video, I was talking about all of this engineered liquidity to the downside and how that was kind of informing my bearish bias. And at the end of the last video, we had been making a pretty aggressive move down to these hourly equal lows. But in what I believe was the London session coming into this morning, we moved up and created, some bullish PD arrays on the way up. Basically, fair value gaps all up this leg, probably some PD array, or excuse me, some BPRs as well. Yeah, like hourly BPR right here is actually what kind of created the move that I ended up taking today. So when we created specifically in this case, this hourly BPR, which I will note right here, just with a little box. I noted it. I still thought ultimately that maybe we would go to the downside, but we held it. And then I was on the 5 minute around 9:30. And this is the highest time frame for value gap, which is what I like to do, especially in market conditions that are this confusing with equal lows below and then this LRLR above. If I'm going to take anything, it's going to have to be relatively good in terms of, you know, being on the highest time frame, being a clean close, and all of those general principles that I've discussed. So this was a very good momentum close. The RR ended up being a little bit bad, but I was only holding for this. It would have been probably in reality about a point 0.7, and I would have closed it down probably at this 30,490 level. I think that's where I had my initial stop. But anyways, we go up, we take out the break even point, and then we come back down to break even, and then we immediately go and hit it. And apparently there was some good setup on a lower time from here. I believe it was the 30 seconds, so we probably won't even be able to see it here. But yeah, I believe it was like this red candle down, green up. There was a little IFVG in there somewhere. But regardless, that was the play for today. I wasn't exactly too confident because my initial bias was bearish, but when we held that hourly BPR and it was very clean, in fact, that's when I kind of switched up and I was like, okay, we're probably just going to go back to all-time highs. And that is what happened. And now going forward, the only thing that I'm looking at in terms of key levels is this hourly bullish gap right here. We already ran through it once, and I think once we break it, we will probably go to this 3566 level, and then maybe off there we retrace back up off of the architecture that we make on the way down, and then maybe we go and finally run these. But it's been weird to not run these, and it's kind of confusing me a little bit. But I've been managing my risk, and it's actually been going pretty well, so no complaints as of yet. Yeah, and that's the day. Let me know if you have any questions.